If you think wealth is loud, it's because you're watching the wrong film. Real money doesn't shout. It doesn't need to. The richest people you'll ever meet do 5 things so quietly you could miss them sitting right beside you. They don't win with luck or IQ or a secret asset class. They win with design. Habits that make the right decision cheaper than the wrong one, week after week, year after year. This is a long, practical script about those quiet moves, why they work on human psychology, and how to install them in a single evening. No bullet points, no flexing, just the choreography that keeps compounding alive while everyone else is busy performing wealth. Start with the first quiet thing. They put their money on rails so feelings can't spend rent. Wealthy households don't rely on willpower to behave. They build plumbing that behaves for them. Income never lands where a card can reach it. It enters a staging account with no debit card attached, a corridor where decisions were written on a calm day. In the first week of each pay cycle, a bills-only account drafts the non-negotiables: housing, utilities, basic phone, transport, essential insurance, and minimum debt payments without asking for permission. The day after payday, tiny drips refill labeled pockets for the predictable irregulars that used to ambush you: tires and service, co-pays and meds, gifts you actually give, school or kid activities, pet care, travel, that winter energy spike the sun schedules every year. Every Friday morning, a weekly card refills with the exact amount that carries groceries and ordinary life for 7 days, so drift lasts days, not months. Finally, a savings transfer lands in a high-yield sleep fund on payday before feelings get a vote, and an automatic investing drip buys a broad, low-cost equity fund on the same date. The result is not austerity, it's quiet. Nothing dramatic happens because the decisions are already made. Bills draft, sinks refill, the weekly card hums, savings leaves, investing clicks, and the household gets to live a normal Tuesday instead of financing a crisis at 24% APR. The psychology behind this is simple and ignored. Humans don't overspend because they are villains. We overspend because timing is chaos. Paydays and due dates seldom shake hands. The algorithm steals your morning, a friend invites you to dinner at 6:03 p.m., and your nervous system orders dessert to buy relief from a day you didn't design. Rails solve timing, not character. When the right moves fire on dates without your permission, you stop needing heroics. Wealth is a calendar that keeps its promises. The second quiet thing is a map. They buy proximity and harvest hours. Poor and stressed households are sold square footage. Rich and calm households buy time. A smaller place near the center of your life, work, groceries, school, the people you love, will make you richer than a bigger place that bills you in fuel, tires, parking, tolls, delivery because you're exhausted, and childcare acrobatics your geography creates. Proximity is a savings account with sidewalks. It turns emergency dinners into ordinary pans on a normal stove. It turns "we should hang" into "we walked and talked." It turns a car payment into a bike basket and 2 working legs. If moving is impossible this year, wealthy behavior still installs proximity where it can. Errands are batched into 1 loop instead of 5 panic trips. Groceries are bought where you already stand, not across town for a 5-cent discount. A second car becomes a cargo bike for local loops or disappears altogether. Invitations are said yes to when your feet can carry you. Hours reappear. Those hours get traded for sleep, cooking, and visible proof at work. Raises are not moral victories, they are arithmetic. Proof plus proximity equals price power. People with time look like they have luck. What they have is a quiet map. The third quiet thing is the most boring sentence in finance, written once while calm and obeyed while tired. Own the world cheaply, contribute on paydays, rebalance on your birthday and half-birthday, change nothing unless you rewrite the sentence on a calm day. Loud money chases edges. Quiet money owns productive assets and lets time do the heavy lifting. Quiet money doesn't check prices before coffee. It hides trading apps from the home screen. It automates contributions the same day bills draft, so investing doesn't compete with moods. Quiet money treats free cash as a myth. There is only cash with a job and cash that will be stolen by impulse if you don't hire it. The rich are not clairvoyant. They are stubborn. They insist that compounding remain undisturbed by human weather. When their account balances look disappointing for a season, they remember the rule: contributions on dates, rebalancing on 2 birthdays, otherwise go outside. The fourth quiet thing is unglamorous defense. They make ruin hard and recovery quick. The sleep fund is not a vibe, it is a nervous system. Insurance is not a luxury, it is a seatbelt. Maintenance is not deferrable, it is the cheap, scheduled version of a repair you cannot afford later. Quiet wealth buys plain-term life when someone depends on a paycheck. It caps catastrophe with health cover and matches deductibles to the sleep fund so shocks become errands. It insures property for true replacement cost, not a hopeful number. It drafts routine maintenance on a calendar so machines stay boring. Oil and filters, tires and rotations, gutters and roofs, backups and patches. It writes down passwords, beneficiaries, and a 1-page letter of instructions so no one has to find your life in a disaster. None of this looks rich. That's why it works. Boring months are the cheapest luxury you'll ever buy. They let offense play the long game.
The fifth quiet thing is how they treat status and proof. Loud status buys logos and lifestyle on payments and then has to work weekends to feed them. Quiet status chooses a scoreboard no one else can see. Days of runway in the sleep fund, savings rate year to date, debt slain since last month, investing contributions since January 1, late fees avoided this quarter. Quiet status asks for receipts at work and produces them weekly. A checklist that saved 12 minutes per order, a clearer message that cut refunds by 3%, a handoff that prevented 10 errors, a fix that added $5,000 in a small corner of revenue. These numbers don't trend on social, but they trend in rooms where pay is decided. Quiet people become expensive by accident because they measure the right things and make it easy to say yes to their price. If you want to see these 5 things in rooms with rent, traffic, and baby monitors, walk into 3 houses where quiet beat clever. A nurse in her late 20s used to live inside a hallway of alarms. Payday and due dates never agreed. Deliveries apologized for her shifts. Subscriptions multiplied in the shadows. She didn't become a new person. She installed rails in an evening. Income now lands in a staging account where a card can't reach it. Week 1 drafts rent, phone, transit pass, insurance, and minimums from a bills-only account. Day after payday drips refill tires and service, copays and meds, gifts, and a December travel sync. Every Friday, a weekly card refills with the number that matches reality instead of optimism. She put a whiteboard on her freezer and wrote 2 10-minute dinners she will actually cook. She moved her phone charger out of the bedroom, so mornings belong to water, light, and a 2-minute glance that her rails ran. She wrote a 1-sentence investing policy and set a small drip to a broad, low-cost fund. 3 months later, late fees are fossils. Deliveries are sometimes instead of default. The sleep fund has a pulse, and her week is calm enough to ship visible proof at work. That proof turned into money without a motivational speech. A teacher with 2 kids once believed the suburb myth. Affordable meant far away. 2 cars, long commutes, a kitchen you had to photograph to enjoy. Weekends vanished into errands and saving money by driving to deals. He sold the distance, rented near school and groceries, and swapped a second car for a small cargo e-bike for local loops. Insurance and fuel shrank. Time expanded. Rails took 20 minutes to install. He set a $700 investment and savings drip for the first of the month, adopted a 90-day quiet period for raises and refunds, and ran a quarterly rebuy ritual to delete 6 maybes. He productized 1 verb, curriculum map in a week, booked 2 Saturdays a month, and collected before and afters with permission. At review, he arrived with arithmetic. Hours saved, errors prevented, outcomes delivered. A better room opened. The family discovered the richest habit of all, Saturday morning walks with coffee paid for by the weekly Joy line. The house got smaller, the life got bigger. That's what quiet money does to geography. A self-employed designer lived the feast and famine cliché. Windfalls became upgrades, famine became credit, markets became therapy. She became her own payroll. Invoices clear into staging, taxes skim to a fenced account the day money arrives. Bills only fills on schedule, a savings drip runs. The same safe Friday number hits her weekly card from a buffer regardless of which client paid. She writes a one-sentence investing policy and hides trading apps. She fences curiosity to a tiny sandbox she can afford to call tuition. She creates 2 productized offers with deposits and pause clauses, so no one rents her calendar. She runs a quarterly rebuy ritual with a friend over coffee. 6 maybes vanish. 6 months later, revenue isn't double, anxiety is half. She didn't discover a secret asset class. She installed quiet, and quiet paid her twice. Fewer emergencies and more billable work shipped on time. Understanding the 5 quiet moves is one thing, wearing them is another. The bridge is a start-to-night ceremony that takes 15 minutes and makes tomorrow different. Rename 2 accounts in your banking app so your tired self can't mess it up. Staging, Rails and Sleep Fund. Open or repurpose a bills-only account. In your app, schedule 4 automatic moves to fire without your permission. Week 1 drafts for non-negotiables, day after payday drips for tires and service, co-pays and meds, gifts, and a December travel sync. Every Friday, a weekly card refills with the number that matches reality instead of optimism. She put a whiteboard on her freezer and wrote 2 10-minute dinners she will actually cook. She moved her phone charger out of the bedroom, so mornings belong to water, light, and a 2-minute glance that her rails ran. She wrote a 1-sentence investing policy and set a small drip to a broad, low-cost fund. Payday samps away, feelings get no vote. Write your 1-sentence investing policy while calm and set a small contribution on the same day. Move your phone charger out of the bedroom so mornings belong to water, light, and a 2-minute glance that your rails ran. Put a whiteboard on your freezer and write 2 10-minute dinners you will actually cook this week. Build a small friction kit in your bag or trunk. Water, snack, charger, small towel, bandage, spare 20, so detours stop charging tolls. Open a note labeled Scoreboard with 5 lines you'll update on Fridays. Sleep fund depth, savings rate year to date, debt slain since last month, investing contributions since January 1, late fees avoided this quarter. Then stop. Let Friday arrive. Listen for the quiet. The transfers run, the bills draft, the pockets drip, the card refills, the savings lands, the scoreboard moves a millimeter, and nothing dramatic occurs. That quiet is what rich sounds like before the numbers make it obvious. There are objections that always show up here. Someone says, "But my friends spent." Quiet money is a thermostat. Suggest plans that cost attention instead of debt. A matinee and a walk, a board game afternoon with cheap snacks, a library flex where you read for an hour and talk for 30. Publish your monthly joy and generosity line to yourself, and if you're brave, to your circle. I've got X dollars for hangs this month. After that, it's breakfasts and walks. Boundaries said early make frugal invisible. Someone else says, "Isn't investing complicated?" It's complicated when you perform it. It's simple when you automate it. Own the world cheaply, contribute on dates, rebalance on birthdays, change nothing unless you rewrite the policy while calm. Another says, "I can't move closer." Then buy proximity in hours, batch errands, change store routes, say yes to walkable invitations, fix the 2 nights a week that used to hire delivery. You don't have to solve your life. You have to delete 2 invoices a week. Compounding will handle the rest. You may notice something strange after a month. Boredom. Payday feels like nothing. The weekly refill is ordinary. The scoreboard moves in millimeters, not fireworks. Stay bored. Bored is the texture of compounding. Loud months are expensive. Quiet months are profitable.
The point of the 5 quiet things isn't to make you interesting, it's to make you difficult to knock over. The day your car needs tires is the day you experience what rich actually is. A shrug and an errand paid from a pocket you refilled on the second Friday in March because a calendar told you to. No speech, no shame, just a life that kept its promise.
Eventually, you'll forget where the money stress went. It didn't vanish. You fired it. You stopped letting your feelings touch rent. You moved money on dates. You bought back hours with geography. You became an owner, not a contestant. You capped catastrophe and scheduled maintenance. You measured proof instead of vibes. That's it. That's the whole trick. The quiet things the rich do are not thrilling to read because they are thrilling to live. They give you back Tuesday, then Friday, then June, then the courage to make a better December because you can finally afford to be patient. If you want a final image to carry into the week, picture a set of train tracks that run through your month. Money lands, bills draft, sinks strip, the card refills, savings leaves, investing hums. Around those tracks, picture sidewalks instead of highways. You walk to a shop you already pass. You cook twice in 10 minutes. You ship one receipt at work. You say yes to a plan your feet can carry and no to a plan your future can't. That is 5 quiet things in motion. That is how rich actually happens. Not in a headline, in a hallway where nothing dramatic occurs and everything important compounds.